and welcome to Chapter 2 Club, Smart Woman's Guide to Breakups and Everything After. Today, I'm here with Charlotte Christian, family divorce lawyer and founder of Charlotte Christian Law in Huntsville, Alabama. And we're going to be talking about, so you've separated from your spouse. Does this mean you can begin to date? Welcome, Charlotte.
Thank you so much. This is a great topic for us to talk about because we hear this question so often. And, I think that we've kind of broken this down and thought through it of, why do we hear this question? Why is it brought up so much? And what we've kind of decided is that, there's 5 points to this. Once we're either rejected or, we want to get rid of a spouse, a husband, we've suddenly got freedom. We have freedom that we didn't have before. So, oftentimes we're wondering what's on the other side. What can I do with this freedom? We want to find something better. That's the second point. My marriage was bad. My husband was bad. There's got to be something on the other side that's better. What is it? So we want to quickly find out what that something better is and what that better life is. And thirdly, we want to show him that we can date somebody. We can date somebody better than him because chances are pretty good that he's probably got his eye on somebody else. We see that often, and we want to show him you can do it and we can do it. The fourth thing that we find is that we want to fill a spot. So no matter how bad you hate him when you file for divorce, no matter how much you want to get over him, you want to fill that spot because he's the person you came home to at night. You had a marriage. It may not have, obviously probably wasn't a happy marriage, but you want something there. A lot of times women want something there. They want to fill that spot. And so they want to date quickly. And then lastly, we find the reason is that women just oftentimes don't want to be alone. They want to have somebody with them, like I just said, to come home to share things with. And they just don't want to be alone during the transition. It gives them a security to have somebody else there. But all of these reasons are internal reasons. They make you feel good, but you really shouldn't. You really should not date until you're divorced. I know that's not probably what you want to hear, but hear me out and let me tell you why, the reasons why, and kind of try to give you some better advice on that. Because ultimately, in the end, it'll be better for you if you don't date. And here's why. Number one, you've just gotten rid of, I guess that's a bad way to put it, but you've just removed yourself from a spouse that you weren't happy with. And if he's not happy with you or he wasn't happy with your marriage, he can ruin your dating life. So if you go find a really good guy and you have somebody that, has the potential to be your forever person, your ex could ruin that. So, he could come and cause problems with the dating. He could cause problems with your new guy. He could just have all kind of problems and cause problems and run a good guy off. So I say just wait until you can have assurance that he's out of your life and he's not going to come affect your dating life as much. You know big thing with custody and alimony. Okay, custody, it's so important that you don't date, because even though you may have started the day you split up or 5 or 10 or a month after you split up, it still is going to appear to the judge, and your husband's lawyer is going to make it appear that you ran right into the arms of another man, which sort of may look like to a judge that you were already looking for somebody else. And it also, I guess, kind of makes you appear less the victim. Not saying that you want to appear the victim, but especially if your husband is the perpetrator, is the one that caused the divorce, you don't want to go run into the arms of somebody else and make it appear that you were the one looking for another man. It's just, it hurts you financially, and it hurts you with custody. With custody, the court's going to look and say, you weren't mature enough to put your children first. You ran to another man. So, because of that, there may be some problems with your getting the physical custody of your children. So you certainly don't want to give the other side anything negative that can be used against you. But, it doesn't matter that you've been separated for 6 months. you're still married to the guy. And until you can get a divorce from him, you really don't need to be dating, because any guy who you date is dating a married woman. So, I just suggest, for financial reasons and for custody reasons, that you don't do that. You're going to hurt yourself. If you don't have children, you're going to hurt yourself with alimony, because it's going to appear that you have another man in your life, and you don't want to do that. You want to keep the situation status quo, and let the court see, what your ex-husband contributed to the marriage, and let the court determine what your numbers are going to be based on you not having been dating. So I know that you feel like it, takes forever to get a divorce. Some states takes longer than others, but what I would suggest is um, hire a lawyer, whatever state you're in, hire a lawyer who understands how to push your case through as quickly as possible. You have to have a lawyer who understands how to drive your file, drive your facts, and drive your case from the beginning to the end, so that you're not just a file sitting on his or her desk that they get around to when the court finally sets a date. You've got to hire somebody who knows how to drive it through and get you through as quickly as possible. If you do that, you'll be divorced before you know it, and then you are in a safe situation where you can go out and date. But we certainly do not advise you to date while you are in the middle of the divorce, or until your final decree comes in.
Wonderful. Thank you for these insights, Charlotte. This is great. And I hope our audience out there found this useful as well. And you can find more resources on our website at chapter2club.com. Thank you so much for being here. We really appreciate it.
Thank you.